Video stories from inexpensive video cameras like flip cameras can be very effective and very nice, and they can look very professional. First, you must get the camera close, preferably arm's length. People will live with poor video quality, but they really want to hear what's going on. And you need to get the camera close to the narrator, the person telling the story.
I'm Ashley Cook, and I'm taking a look at the technology revolution at New Caney High School.
Next, you want a voiceover segment of some action from the story. In the old cinema, they used to call this B-roll.
15 years ago, many New Caney High School classrooms had a single computer, and that computer was mainly used by the teacher.
Thirdly, you want an interview with someone for your story.
I try to put everything in my classes on the internet so parents and students and everybody can know what's going on.
And finally, you should have a close of some type. The person telling the story can come back at the end and reintroduce themselves.
School districts such as New Caney are working them into class activities. For Eagle Vision, I'm Ashley Cook.
This is how your finished package should look: an open, voiceover segment, interview, and a close.
I'm Ashley Cook, and I'm taking a look at the technology revolution at New Caney High School. 15 years ago, many New Caney High School classrooms had a single computer, and that computer was mainly used by the teacher.
I try to put everything in my classes on the internet so parents and students and everybody can know what's going on.
School districts such as New Caney are working them into class activities. For Eagle Vision, I'm Ashley Cook.
You have two types of story opened. You have a hard leads, which is a summary of the story based on the 5 W's and H, and a creative feature lead. And remember, a feature lead should get their attention. An example of a summary lead or hard news lead would be: with shootings going on at schools across the country, New Caney ISD announced more security at schools yesterday at their board meeting. The who is New Caney ISD. What announced tougher security? When? Yesterday. Where? At a board meeting. Why? Because of school violence. Now, in contrast, your feature lead, once again, is attention-getting and creative. For example, students stand at the back door of the school trying to gain entry, and people on the inside ignore them because a change has come to New Caney High School. Doesn't tell you a whole lot, does it? It just gets your attention. Remember, whether the story is used in print or video, use this order: 1, your lead or open, a fact, a voiceover segment. Thirdly, an interview or quote. And then, of course, you end with a fact, close. Next, the video should be moved to the laptop. Turn on your computer. With many of the laptops, the iMovie icon will come up at the bottom when you move your cursor toward the bottom of your laptop. Click on iMovie and wait a few minutes for iMovie to open. An iMovie tutorial will often come up. I leave it that way for our laptops. Gives you an opportunity to learn more about iMovie. And if you want to watch the tutorial, click on it. Plug your flip camera into the computer and wait. Often when you begin uploading video, an iPhoto screen will come up. Though you can load video to iPhoto, we prefer to load video directly to iMovie. So close the iPhoto window and go to the iMovie window. After about 10 to 15 seconds, the flip or small video camera will begin loading video to the computer. If this does not happen automatically, click on the camera icon on the left side of the screen. Often the flip cameras have old video clips on them. You don't want to waste time in memory loading these clips, so deselect all clips and only select your clips that you will use in your video. If you load your video to the computer without specifying where you want the clips saved, you may not be able to find them. So be sure and enter a title for where you want the clips to go, or select an existing folder. After the clips have loaded to the computer, click OK and Done. Now you're ready for editing, but you will need to create the name of your project. Otherwise, you may not be able to find your editing project when you shut the computer down.
Be sure and title your project, otherwise you won't be able to find it
Type in
again.
a name. Click Create.
Click Create. Now, editing your video obviously is important as well. You'll notice your video is visible in two parts. The left side lower section is your video clips. The top is your actual projects. And to open a project, all you have to do is click on the project. When you edit, you go to the bottom section where your video clips or events are. Select the event that you want to drag up to the section or project that you're editing, and you just release the mouse pad. In this project, we're going to look at the earlier video we watched. You have a voiceover segment right here of her talking.
Students and parents can see much of what goes on in the classroom.
And you're going to drag it up and superimpose it over the existing B-roll or clip of the classroom. You notice it says audio only. That's all you want is the audio from this one. And you can move that audio segment around wherever you want to put it. And you can click and drag across the segment of the video that you don't want to leave on there. This one's a little bit long, so we're going to take part of it.
Students and parents can see much of what goes on in the classroom, and when there's a test or major class event coming
Hit the
up,
delete
everyone
key
knows
and
about
you
it.
get rid of it. Then, of course, the on-camera segment, the interview segment. Drag across it. Hold down your mouse pad and drag it up to where you want it. And, of course, don't forget your close. But we're going to watch the entire thing and see what it sounds like.
I'm Ashley Cook, and I'm taking a look at the technology revolution at New Canaan High School. Students and parents can see much of what goes on in the classroom, and when there's a test or major class event coming up, everyone knows about it.
I try to put everything in my classes on the internet so parents and students and everybody can know what's going on.
School districts such as New Canaan are working them into class activities. For Eagle Vision, I'm Ashley Cook.
Let's do a review and see how much you remember. Write these down. Your story package consists of what 4 things? What is the difference between a hard lead open and a feature lead open? And finally, why should you title your video event that you're uploading? Be sure and review if you can. Remember the answers to the final questions.